Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the UEFA Champions League Week 3 Group Stage 2024-2025 prediction. Where this week we will be played another week, then week 3 tomorrow and the next Wednesday. And for that reason, I am creating this video to give my prediction about the game. So let's start. Well, tomorrow, Tuesday, October 22nd, we will play the first 9 games of the week. So remember the format is there is 2 games that are playing at 12:45 and 7 games that we will play at 15 o'clock Eastern time. So let's start with the first 2 games. The first 2 games we will play at 12:45 Eastern time. The first game will be between my favorite team, Milan. We receive the Club Brugge there in Milan, Italy. Well, remember that the Milan in this moment they have played a very bad football because they have two losses, and in this moment they are they are in the border of the table with 0 points. And the Club Brugge, Club Brugge have 3 points because the last week they defeated. Wait a minute, Brugge. Wait a minute. They defeated. Oh, the Bruges, they defeated. Well, they won the last week against the Sturmgrass. So I think that finally after 2 losses, I think that the Milan will win this game. I think that the Milan will win this game by 2 or 3 goal difference. In the second game of the same schedule, the Monaco will receive the Cervena Esfeda. They're in Monaco. So remember that the Monaco the last week, the Monaco tied to 2 against the Dynamo, and the Cervena Esveza lost 0-4 against the Inter. In this moment, Monaco is in the 14th place with one victory, one draw, one tie, and Cervena Esveza in this moment they are pointless. So I think that the Monaco will have an easy game, and the Monaco will win the game by more than two goal difference. And the game that we will play on the 50 o'clock Eastern time, the first game, I think that this is a great game. The Paris Saint Germain will receive the PSV there in Paris, France. Remember that the last week, Paris traveled to London, England, and lost 0-2 against the Arsenal, and PSV the last week. Taiwan won against the Sporting CP. I think that in that game the PSV wasted the opportunity to win the game in home. So in this moment the PSV are in the 18th place with 3 points, and PSV in this moment they are in the 20th place with 1 point. I think that the PSV will want to come back to the victory. I think that they are a better team than the PSV, and Paris will win this game by 2 goal difference. In another great game, the Juventus will receive the Stuttgart there in Turin, Italy. Remember that the Juve, the last week, the Juventus defeated 3-2 the Leipzig there in Germany in a great game that the Juventus come back for a 0-2 goals, and Stuttgart tie 1-1 against Sparta Praga. In this moment, the Juventus are in the 7th place with 2 victories, 6 points, and Stuttgart in this moment are in the 24th place with 1 point. I think that the Juventus are one of the favorite teams to qualify direct to the knockout stage. So I think that the Juventus will win this game by more than 2 goal difference. In another game, great game, the Arsenal will receive the Shakhtar there in London, England. Remember that the last week the Arsenal defeated 2-0 Paris. I was very surprised because I thought that game was going to finish in a tie. And Shakhtar, wait a minute. Shakhtar lost 0-3 against Atalanta. This was a surprise because I didn't expect that Shakhtar were going to lose this game in home. So, in this moment, Arsenal is in the 13th place with 4 points. And Shakhtar, in this moment, where is Shakhtar? Wait a minute, I don't phone. Shakhtar is in the 27th place with 1 point. I think that seeing what happened in these 2 weeks for each team, I think that the Arsenal will have an easy game, and they will win the game by more than 2 goal difference. In another game, the Aston Villa will receive the Bologna there in London, England. Remember that Aston Villa the last week did a surprise, and they defeated the Bayern Munich 1-0, and the Bologna lost 0-2 against the Liverpool. This moment, I think that the Aston Villa is until this moment one of the surprise because they have 2 victories, and Bologna in this moment they have just one point. So I think that Aston Villa will win this game because they are playing a very good football and have better team than Bologna, and they will win this game by 1 goal difference. In another game, Girona will receive the Bratislava. They are in Catalonia, Spain. Remember that the last week the Girona lost 2-3 against Feyenoord. This is the same that happened in his first game against the Paris, where Girona played a very great game, but Girona lost the game in the last minutes of the game. And Bratislava, the last week, Bratislava, wait a minute. Bratislava lost 0-4 against my team, Manchester City. In this moment, Girona is in the 13th place with 0 points, and Bratislava is in the 35th with 0 points. I think that by Girona have a better team, better talent than Bratislava, and because Girona will play home, I think that Girona will win this game by 1 goal difference. In another game, Sturm Graz will receive the Sporting CP. The last week, Sturm Graz lost 0-1 against Club Brugge, and Sporting CP traveled to Netherlands and tied 1-1 against PSV. In this moment, Sturm Graz didn't have any point, don't have any point, and they are in the 13th first place, and Sporting CP are in the 12th place with 4 points. I think that the Sporting CP is better team than the Sturm Graz, and I think the Sporting CP will win this game by 1 or 2 goal difference. And the last game and tomorrow's last game, I think that the best game of this week, this is a rematch of the last final, the UEFA Champions League final 2024 final between the Real Madrid against the Borussia Dortmund, where Real Madrid defeated, remember, 2-0, and leave is 15 titles. About this game, the game will be played in the Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid, Spain. Remember that the last week Real Madrid lost. This was a surprise because they lost against Lille 0-1, and they snapped 36 undefeated game that the Real Madrid had it, and the Borussia Dortmund defeated 7-1 the Celtics. Celtic in this moment, Real Madrid is in the 7th place, 17 place with 3 points, and the Borussia Dortmund is the leader of the tournament with 6 points. Real Madrid is the favorite alongside the Bayern Munich and Manchester City to win this game, so I think that Real Madrid will win this game by 1 or 2 goal difference. And the game that will be played the next Wednesday, the first 2 games will be played at 12:45 Eastern time. The first game will be at Atalanta against Celtics there in Italy. The last week, Atalanta defeated 3-0 Shakhtar, a away team, and Celtic lost 1-7 against the Borussia Dortmund. Atalanta, in this moment, they are in the 11th place with 4 points, and Celtic are in the 20th place with 3 points. I think that Atalanta won't have any problem and will win this game by 1 or 2 goal difference. In another game of the same time, the Brest will receive the Bayer Leverkusen. They're in France. The last week, the Brest defeated 4-0 RB Salzburg. This was a very surprise because I didn't expect that. And unfortunately, Leverkusen defeated 1-0 my Milan. In this moment, the Breds are in the second place with 6 points. They are until this moment the surprise of the tournament, and Leverkusen are in the fourth place with the same points, 6 points. But because the Brest had better goal difference, for that reason, they are in the better position than the Leverkusen. I know that the Brest are playing a very good football, but the Leverkusen is one of the favorite teams to qualify direct to the knockout stage. So I think the Leverkusen will win this game by more than 3 goal difference. And the 7 games that will be played at the 15 o'clock Eastern time. The first game, the Manchester City, my favorite team, another favorite team, will receive the Sparta Praga. They're in Manchester, England. Remember that the last week the Manchester traveled to Bratislava and defeated 4-0. They have an easy game, and Sparta Praga tied 1-1 against Stuttgart. This was a surprise because I thought that the Stuttgart was going to win this game. In this moment, the Manchester City are in the 8th place with 4 points, and Sparta Praga are in the 10th place with 4 points. I think that the Manchester City will have an easy game and they will win this game by more than 4 goal difference. In another great game, RB Leipzig will receive the Liverpool. They're in Leipzig, in Germany. The last week, the Leipzig lost 2-3 against the Juventus when they were leading 2-0, and Juventus defeated 1-0 2-0 Bologna. In this moment, the RB Leipzig are pointless in the place 29, and Liverpool are in the fifth place with 6 points. I think that the Liverpool is better than Leipzig, and I think that the Liverpool will win this game by 1 or 2 goal difference. In another great game, the second best game of the week, the Barcelona will receive the Bayern Munich there in Barcelona, Spain. Remember that the Barcelona the last week didn't have any problem, and they defeated 5-0 Young Boys, and Bayern Munich lost 0-1 against Aston Villa, and this is the first loss by Bayern Munich in the knockout in the group stage. Since in the last 7 years, they had 41 games unbeaten in the group stage. So I think that Bayern Munich is better than Barcelona. Barcelona don't know how to defeat Bayern, so I think the Bayern will win this game by 1 or 2 goal difference. In another game, the Atletico Madrid will receive the Lille. They're in Madrid, Spain. Remember that the last week the Athletic traveled to Portugal and lost 0-4 against Benfica. It was a surprise, and Lille did the surprise of the week, if not of the group stage, and defeated the Real Madrid 1-0. In this moment, the Athletic is in the 23rd place with 3 points, and Lille is in this moment in the 18th place with 3 points. I think that the Athletic is better the Lille, and Athletic will win this game by 1 goal difference. In another game, the Benfica will receive Feyenoord. They're in Portugal. Benfica defeated 4-0 the last week Athletic, and the Feyenoord traveled to Spain to Catalonia and defeated 3-2 Girona. In this moment, Benfica is in the third place with 6 points, and Feyenoord is in the 22nd place with 3 points. I think that Benfica will take advantage that they will play in home, and for that reason, they will win this game by 1 or 2 goal difference. In another game, RB Salzburg will receive the NGK Dynamo. They're in Austria. The last week, Austria, I don't know. In the last week, the RB Salzburg lost 0-4 against the Brest. NGK Dynamo tied 2-2 against Monaco. In this moment, Salzburg is in they are pointless they are in the 34th place, and GNK Dynamo is in the 28th place with 1 point. About this game, I think that the two teams are very bad, so I think that the game will finish in a tie. And the last game of this round, the Young Boys will receive the Inter Milan. They're in Switzerland. The last week, the Young Boys traveled to Barcelona, Spain, and lost 0-5. And Inter didn't have any problem, defeated 4-0 Cervena Spezza. In this moment, Young Boys are the last team in this tournament. They are the worst team with 0 points, and Inter Milan are in the 9th place with 4 points. I think that the Inter Milan won't have any problem, and they will win this game by 2 or 3 goal difference. So in this video, I give my prediction about the games that we will play in this week. Let's see how many results I am right in the end of the week. So I hope that you like this video. If you have any comment or suggestion, you can write it here in my blog, in my YouTube channel, or in my Spotify channel. So this is all for today. See you next video. Gibran.